Last Thursday, you woke up and something felt wrong. Not emotionally, that's your baseline. No, you opened the curtains and saw nothing. Not night, not clouds, just a blank sky, a cosmic loading screen, like the universe forgot to render itself, like reality was running on 3% battery. You checked your phone, weather app, sunny. Outside, not sunny. Your brain, perfect, love this. You stepped outside, the birds were confused. The neighbor's dog was confused. The neighbor was confused. Everyone stared at the sky like they were waiting for the sun to respawn. But it didn't. The sun was gone. Not dimmed, not hiding, just missing. Like it finally said, "I'm tired of burning for you people." Congratulations, it listened. Dino looked up and whispered, "We are but shadows in a cosmic fridge." Brain didn't even look up. Great, the sun disappears and Dino thinks it's a prank. Which is weird, right? Because the sun cannot disappear. It does not have a secret life. It does not go backpacking. It does not take a sabbatical to write a novel. It is a giant ball of nuclear rage. It does not do PTO. So today's dumb question is, what happens if the sun disappears for 1 week? Here is the annoying answer. For the first 8 minutes, absolutely nothing. Seriously, you could finish your coffee, answer a few emails. The sky would still be blue, birds would still sing, traffic lights would still annoy everyone equally. Because sunlight takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth, which means when the sun disappears, Earth has absolutely no idea. For 8 minutes, we are living on old news. 8 minutes of blissful ignorance before the darkness arrives like a tax bill. But here is the brain-melting part. Gravity travels at the exact same speed as light. Einstein proved it. Which means for those 8 minutes, Earth doesn't even know the sun is gone. It keeps orbiting a ghost. No panic, no darkness, just pure cosmological ignorance. Dino tries to bite a floating photon, misses, falls over. That tasted like nothing. Earth keeps whistling on its circular orbit, waving cheerfully at the empty space where the sun used to be. And then, at minute 8, second 21, the deadline hits. A golden leash connecting Earth to the sun snaps. First, the lights go out. Instantly, high noon turns into pitch black midnight in a split second. No sunset, no fading light, no dramatic Hollywood sky. The world simply switches off, like somebody forgot to pay reality's electricity bill. The moon vanishes too, not because it exploded, because the moon is basically the laziest object in the solar system. It makes zero light of its own. It has been stealing sunlight for 4.5 billion years. Without the sun, the moon becomes one very expensive gray potato, a cosmic paperweight, a sad rock with no personality. Suddenly, you can see stars. Not a few, millions, in the middle of the afternoon. Beautiful, also deeply unsettling, because now you realize we are just a rock, floating with no lamp on. And somewhere on TV, Dino appears wearing a news anchor tie that is way too small for a dinosaur. He is trying very hard to sound calm. In the background, Stickman holds up a sign. "Sun missing. Please advise." Day 1. The strange part? It isn't actually that cold. Not yet. Earth has been collecting heat all summer. Our planet is basically one giant rechargeable battery. Yesterday's sunshine is still paying today's heating bill. But your brain? Your brain is already broken. Brain checks his clock. The clock says 9 a.m. Outside says midnight. Brain starts mashing the melatonin button like a broken DJ. Every light in his office blinks red. Midnight forever. Midnight forever. Midnight forever. Stickman has not left the couch. He is wearing 2 hoodies. He is still cold. Day 2. Photosynthesis quietly packed its desk, left its company laptop on the table, turned off its monitor, and never came back. Brain appears holding a tiny whiteboard. Plants make food from sunlight. He pauses. He slowly flips the board over. No sunlight. Another pause. We may have a small problem. Trees are living on savings, which is fine for a while. Your basil plant, the one you forgot to water, is already writing its will. Supermarkets empty faster than toilet paper during 2020. Blankets become luxury items. Generators become celebrities. Your sourdough starter becomes an archaeological artifact. Someone starts a cult. Someone else starts a podcast. Stickman is now wearing 3 hoodies. He is still cold. Day 3. The temperature is dropping fast now. -10, -15, -20 in most regions. Pipes burst, roads crack, power plants that run on solar are dead. Trucks cannot deliver fuel on frozen highways. Everyone is burning everything. The ocean is still warm. The ocean is a giant thermos. It remembers summer. But the surface is freezing. Thin sheets of sea ice are forming where there should be waves. The weather just stops. No wind, no clouds, no storms. The sky becomes a static wallpaper. Your weather app gives up and says, I don't know anymore. Day 4. The quietest day. The snow has stopped making a sound when it falls because there is no wind. The world is on mute. This is the day Brain finally gives up. He has been trying to fix Stickman's sleep schedule for 3 days without a sun. He throws his tiny coffee mug at the wall, goes to sleep in the corner. That is why you cannot think straight anymore. And somewhere outside, Dino is standing in the dark with a flashlight that is almost dead, looking up. For the first time in his life, he can see every single star. He is terrified. And for 2 seconds, he thinks it is beautiful. We descend into the underworld. He pauses, like a phone on 1%. Brain opens one eye from the corner. Dino, please stop comparing humanity to smartphones. Day 5. -25, -30. Antarctica becomes the new Ibiza. The Amazon rainforest, which has never been cold, is dying. Not dramatically, quietly. Leaves turn black and fall off, in the dark. Humans are mostly underground now. Subways, basements, parking garages, anywhere with geothermal heat. The internet is mostly off because nobody can keep the servers warm. Your last text message was 3 days ago. You up? It's cold, LOL. Day 7. The last day. The coldest day. -40 on average. The air is so cold it burns. Civilization did not end with a bang. It ended with all 3 of them huddling in a basement. Stickman sharing a blanket that is too small. Dino holding a phone with 2% battery and a picture of a beach. Brain holding the dead basil plant like a tiny funeral. But they are still alive. Most of us are, because a week is survivable, barely. And then, on day 8, morning comes. Not slowly, violently. At 3:51 in the morning, light returns. 8 minutes and 20 seconds after the sun reappears in space, photons slam into the atmosphere. Sunrise everywhere at once. The most simultaneous sunrise in human history. Dino throws his giant pink winter jacket into the air and cheers. "We survived!" Brain slams a giant red exclamation mark on top of Dino's head. Wrong. Here is the plot twist nobody saw coming. The week without the sun wasn't the deadly part. The return of the sun is. Remember, Earth spent 7 days flying in a straight line into the dark, at 30 kilometers per second. When the sun reappears, its gravity reaches Earth 8 minutes later and grabs us again. But we are no longer where we used to be. We are no longer on our nice, cozy, perfectly circular orbit. Depending on exactly where Earth is when the sun returns, we get yanked into a new path, a stretched, unbalanced elliptical orbit, which means in the future, Earth will swing dangerously close to the sun for part of the year, roasting the surface, then slingshot insanely far away into deep space, freezing everything solid. The entire climate, seasons, and ecosystem permanently shattered. Earth broke up with its gravitational anchor, went on a 7-day road trip, and tried to pretend nothing happened when it came back. The solar system fell apart like a badly assembled IKEA shelf. And your basil plant? It does not come back. It is gone. Let it go. You can always buy another basil plant. You don't get another sun. The sun is not optional. It is not a lamp. It is not a vibe. It is the gravitational boss of your entire existence, every planet, showing up, on time, every single day, 4.5 billion years. No sick days, no weekends. Maybe say thank you next time you see it. Stickman opens the curtains. The sun is shining. He smiles. Brain immediately closes the curtains again. Don't encourage it. Dino quietly applies sunscreen. It's 7 billion degrees away, Dino. Dino doesn't look up. I'm not taking chances. This was Dumb Questions Only. Subscribe before the sun realizes it deserves weekends.